Imagine this. You design a full flow with AI, turning into a real working prototype. No code, no handoff. Just design to prototype, done. In this video, I will show exactly how you can do it using UX Pilot and Anima. We'll go step by step, from generating smart screens with design systems to building interactive logic-based prototype that actually feel real. Let's dive in. Okay, so today let's take a look how I can create screens in UX Pilot, then import them to Anima app. So I will able to create a prototype with codes. So it's make the process more interesting because I can add logic without connect many lines on Figma. So how we do it? So here I'm in Figma. As you can see here, I have a page with many components. And the first thing that I want to do is to import this component to UX Pilot. So the screen I will generate will be with this component. I have a video about that when I show all the process, but if you want to see it very fast, I show it now. I go here, click here on UX Pilot. Once it's open, I can go here to import components, and to import the component, what I need to do only is to select the component, in that case, this input, click on import, and this will add this component to my design system in UX Pilot. I will not do it now because this component is already inside, but this is the process to import components to UX Pilot. Now let's go to UX Pilot and create the screens there. And here we are in UX Pilot. In UX Pilot, I need to add three types of prompts, and if I didn't say it before, we will create desktop application to manage tasks. So how we do it? I go here on the top of UX Pilot, click here to explain the page settings. What I want to explain here to UX Pilot, it's what the application, the project is about. In that case, you can see here a simple task planner when user have master task list and can drag and drop tasks into specific days of the week. Okay, something like Trello or something like that. You can see here below the target users, as you can see it here. Designers planning the client work, entrepreneurs, and agencies planning tasks across teams. So this is the page setting prompts. It is the global one where I explain to UX Pilot the idea of the application. I close it now, and here on the left menu, I select high fidelity design. I select the Neo Brutalist design system, the design system where I add components from Figma to UX Pilot. So I select this one. Now let's select the screen type. I select here desktop. By the way, you can select also mobile application, but for that case, let's do desktop. And one thing that I want to say before I continue, just let you know that this use case, it's a little bit high level, more complex, because the task application has a lot of interactions inside. I did it to understand how this technology of AI prototyping or AI coded work. But if for you it's difficult, don't worry about that. It is very normal. You can make more simple application for this use case. For example, a mobile application for delivery or something that is more simple because the interactions in this application can be more straightforward. Okay, for example, I make an order, I pay, etc, etc, etc. And if you think this use case is difficult for you, let me know in the comments. I can make more simple tutorials. Here in the context, I open it. And here I have information about the page. For example, what I want to do, master task list. I have daily columns, drag and drop interface, task status, quick add, focus mode. Okay, so I add information about the application. So you can see everything here. I click on update context. I leave the prompts in the description so we copy and paste, and just let you know that to make prompts that work 100% to your case, it's take time. It can take 1 or 2 hours to configure well these page settings and the context. Okay, but once you have it, you will be able to use it again and again for your case. So I go below, and here I have 3 pages I want to generate. I have the main dashboards. Okay, I have the detailed view, and I have an interface focused slowly on today's task. Now, you can add more information here to explain exactly what you want, but I don't like to do it because if I explain to the machine what to do, I can do it in Figma. My goal here is to create the pages very fast so I can take them and iterate them on Figma, because as I always said, AI will help you to work faster, but it's not do all the work for you. You always need to think and improve what the AI gives to you. It's like a ping pong. The AI give, you make improvement, push to the AI, and that's how we work with it. I will click on generate, and let's see the result UX Pilot will give us. You can see here how it works. Okay, and now it will generate the pages for us. In the meantime, it generate, just let you know that I did it before, so you can see the result faster. Let's move above, and here you can see the result UX Pilot created for me. You can see it here. Okay, it's the same process, but I did it before because I didn't want to wait while I created a video, but also when I make a video, I don't do it on the fly. Basically what I do, I make tests before so I can explain the information better. In the meantime, I generate this one and we'll see the result at the end. Let's take a look on the first result that I have. You can see here the result, the task list. Look how much it's accurate with the design system. Basically, it's amazing for me because I didn't add all the information about the cards. It designed it by himself because the information from the design system. You can see also the buttons and also the columns. Here is the model. When the user click, it will open, okay, with the more information. Let's make zoom in. You can see it here with all the information here. And let's see the last page. And here is the focus mode page where the user can enter on the focus mode and see only the task of today. I can click here on exit focus mode and I will go here to the main page. One moment, import them to Figma. I go here above, click here, and I need to click on group saved. I did it before, so it's now marked, but you will need to do it to be able to import these pages to Figma and continue iterate there. By the way, before I go to Figma, you can see the result of the second page. You can see it here. This is the first page. This is the second page, okay, the modal, and this is the focus mode. I like more the first result, so we will continue work on it in Figma. Here is another thing that I want to say to you. If you want to generate many ideas to your product, basically what you can do, run the prompt again and again, and it will not give you the same result. So you can compare between different visual designs. And this is very easy. Instead of you moving the boxes, you can generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages, and then understand more or less where you want to go with the application. And again, as I always said, the AI helps us to think and move faster, but it will not make all the works for us. So I go now to Figma. I am here on Figma. I need to click here on UX Pilot, and then I go to saved. And now I need to click here on group 1 to import all the pages UX Pilot generated for us. So I click here, and here you can see all the pages. This is the first one, as you can see here. This is the second one. As you can see here, there is something that didn't import. You can see here the text, but we will fix it after that. And at the end, I have also the today focus, the third page. So what I do now, I duplicated these three and start to iterate on them. Okay, to make it clear, because I don't want to enter to the design aspect here, I will explain what I did to make the pages more easy to import to Anima after that. First of all, I fixed some places in the interface that UX Pilot didn't import well from UX Pilot to Figma as the modal. Let's see it one moment. You can see here the modal I get from UX Pilot. Basically, because I want to make components and organize more the design, I didn't import it again. I just created, as you can see here below. So here's the model after I work on it. I changed the color here to yellow and organize the elements. Also, I added auto layout that it will help us to import the information easily to Anima. And another thing that I did is that I eliminated the page in the background. You can see here the page on the background, this one. And in my case, I eliminated it. And that is because I don't want to import to Anima a lot of information that it's not necessary. Because the logic is that this is a modal that come above the first page. So I don't need to import again this page. It's only confuse the AI models and will make me more work after that. So I go here below and important things to know that I created also component for all of them. So it took me a little bit time, to be honest, but for now UX Pilot don't give us component and not auto layout. So this is the two things that you need to do manually. But I believe in the future it will improve. And apart of that, I must say another thing. I quite like that it's not give me everything just to implement, and that's because I want to work on the design. At the end, I am a designer. I want to understand the design for touching it. So although I don't like to move a lot of boxes in Figma, at the end it's helped to me to understand the design, because if I get the design ready with components, it's feel that the AI machine did everything and it is not feel very comfortable. At the end, I want to understand the design, so I need to test it and work with it. So for my case now, okay, that it's not come with components. I believe in the future it will come in components. Okay, but for now, this is not the case. So I organized all the pages as you can see here. I created also components. Let's go here to playground, and you can see here all the components I created. Okay, I didn't give them a clear name. As you can see here, I have card 1, card 2, card 3. But if you want to give them a name, you can do it manually. Basically, it will better. But if you have no energy, just take a picture of all these cards, push to ChatGPT and ask it to give you names for the components. Let's move to the final flow. And here on the final flow, let's do something very interesting. Before I continue, I just eliminate these two pages that I created from UX Pilot. I have here the final flow. As you can see here, there is everything in component here. So you can see this one and that's one, and also the header, so it's easy to understand. And that is something very unique to Anima that I saw, I don't know, 2, 3, 5, 4 days ago, something like that. I can create a simple prototype here to connect the lines and then import to Anima. And this is a unique feature that I didn't saw in any other AI tools. So let's go to prototype. And as you can see, I created the flow. So if I click on the card, this is open. If I click on focus mode, this open. I can close the focus mode back to the main screen and it will go here. And now this is the magic. So I can import wall flow in one click. And this is amazing, to be honest. Figma Anima is the first tool that I saw that does it. And I think they did very good job here. So let's import it to Anima. I click here on the menu, Anima. It will open now the modal. Let's add the modal here. Okay, move everything here. Let's organize it. Perfect. Now I need to select the main screen. I click here. It's analyzed the information. I will click here on the bottom and I will select also the other screens. And as you can see, I give them a clear name, not 0102, because at the end it will influence the LLM model to understand better how the flow works. I will click here using 9 prompts, and this is important to know. And here are the prompts that I make test before. Here I can add information about the application. So imagine that I want to import the flow. I can import it without this type of prompt. Basically, I don't explain to the AI model what is the application. So it will help to the machine understand what the application is about. And if the machine understands what is the application is about, it will make a better job in the implementation. So I will click here to show you the prompt that I use. Click here and you can see I have 9 prompts. Okay, I will click on one of them to take a look. I explain here, this is an application for task. Every time the user can add a task, move the task, and I explain how the application works. Apart of that, I add every information about the screens. So if you remember, if I go to UX Pilot, I have here on UX Pilot information about the screen. So also this information I added to the prompts before I send it to Anima to start creating the flow. So let's go to Anima. You can see it here. So basically I explain here, main page is the main dashboards for managing tasks, a master task list on the daily column. So I want to change no main page. Let's call it main dashboard because the name here it's main dashboard. I click here. Okay. A part of that task model page. Okay. As you can see here, I will change to detailed view. Okay. So as you can see what I do now, I explain to the machine, okay, that this page, it's this one. It's connect this page with this information. So let's send it. And I have another one. It's interface this one. Let's see. That's one, detail view. Click here, paste, run. And I think here I didn't send it. Let me take a look here. Okay, detailed view. I think I deleted the information about the main dashboard. So let's do it together. I click here on main dashboard, copy it, paste it here. Let's write here equal. And here on UX Pilot, I will copy this information, Command C, paste it here on Anima, send, and I have the information. Also, I can click here on preset. I have information on how I want it to import it, something more technical. And if I have code sample, I can add here. I'm not a developer, so these two I'm not touch a lot. If you don't know how to do it, you can ask a developer. And if not, you can take screenshot, explain what your application does, add screens to ChatGPT, everything with ChatGPT, and ask it what you need to select here. Okay, let's click on done. I click here on prompt in playground, and now I need to wait. It can take 6, 7, 8 minutes until all the process it will finish. Okay, I will leave it now like that, and then when it's finished, let's back to see the result. And just before we continue, if you search for the link for the UX Pilot app, I will put it on the description below. Also, you will find the link to the Anima app. So it's finished, as you can see here. I will click here on open in playground, and now it will open us the prototype Anima created for us. You can see here the final result. I will put it one moment in full screen. You can see it now in full screen. As you can see, it's implemented. I will not say 100% because it's some CSS problems here, but very close to the final design. One thing that I want to see, if I click here on this card, okay, it's open the modal. I need to explain it that this modal will be above the screen, so we'll do it in one moment. Okay, here we have another problem, it's not closed, no problem about all. I will click here on refresh. Let's go to this screen. If I click on focus mode, okay, here we have some another problems, but I can fix it. I will show how I fixed some bugs here, and then I will show you the same prototype after I work with it. I want to say one important thing here. Still, this technology, it's not 100% fast to work. You need to iterate and explain to the machine what you want to do. But I believe in 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, in some moment in the near future, it will be improved and it will be much more easier to work in that way. So let's back to the main screen. Now I am here, and the first thing that I want to improve is that the border here must be 0 pixels and not, I don't know how much it's here, it's maybe 8 pixels. So let's fix it. I close down the full screen. I am here. I will select this component. Okay, this card. I click on the selector here, select the card. I write here, all these cards must have 0 pixels borders. Now, you can write it here, it will work, but I want to show you another techniques that it will be more interesting to use. I take a screenshot of the page and go to ChatGPT, paste the screenshot there, and say to ChatGPT to explain to my developers, this is the problem, and that's what I want to achieve. In that case, 0 pixels. And I asked the chat to write me the prompt. What happened because of that, it will write the prompt more detailed, so you can copy and paste it, or you can modify the prompt. But you will see that the chat will give us a prompt that it's more detailed, so it explains to Anima, that is another LLM models behind, how to solve the issue. So I go one moment to ChatGPT. Okay, let's take a look what I did in ChatGPT. I started the chat. I write here, act like a developer, that helps me to write the application. I explain a little bit about the application. Okay, and basically I take this information from UX Pilot, from the page settings, and then I added the image of what Anima created for me, and I write here, my developer did a bad job on the implementation. I need to explain to him the differences. All these cards must have 0 pixels border. Explain it to my developer better. And then I get this prompt. Important UI fix for task cards. All the task cards across all the columns today, tomorrow, this week must have 0 pixels border. Okay, and it's explained to the machine what to do and what not to do. So I copy this one, paste it in Anima. Let's paste it here, and I send, and let's see in one moment the result. In the meantime, it's work. As you can see, that the prompt that ChatGPT gave me, it's much more detailed, so it's explained better to the machines. I don't need to write, for example, the name of the columns. It's take it from the image and create a prompt. So here is the result. Let's see one moment what happened here. It didn't change the radius, because basically I did mistake and I didn't explain it that I mean border radius. I just write border. So this is mistake I did. So I rewrite the prompt again. I paste it here. So I explain here across the entire app to have 0 pixels border radius. Okay, so I send it now, and let's see in one moment the result. Now you can see the result, that it changed this card to 0 pixels, and now it's work better. I can do it also for these buttons, and also I need to fix here the columns. Another thing that I want to say, I will open it in full screen one moment. You can see here the changes that I need to do, for example, to fix here the columns. Also, when I open the card, I want that it will be a pop-up. And also when I click on close, I want to back to the main dashboard. So let's click on one moment and refresh. So I don't know why when I click on refresh, it's organized again well the column, so that is solved. The magic of AI, maybe I need to refresh before. But the thing is now, every change that I want to do about the visual design, as we saw now, we can do with the chat. And a part of that, if you want to make a logic, you can add it also. Now, for example, if I want that every time the user clicks on the card of any cards and the model will appear, I can do it. I just need to tell to the AI, hey, when the user click on the logo design for text art, it's open a modal, but I want to apply this logic to all the cards, and then the AI will understand and apply it to all the cards. So what I will do now, I leave it this one here, and I will show you how with the same technique I created also this logic that in any cards that I click, the modal appears with information from the card. Okay, and that's the magic of AI prototyping. I create the screens and then I apply the logic to all the application again, and maybe I said it again and again, this technology is very new and it's not work always very easy. So we need to play with it, change the prompt, modify stuff to make it work well. But I very recommended you to start work with that, because I think in 3-6 months this will be the way we prototype. We'll code. This is the where we go. And although it's not always the most simple for now, this is one thing that I think you should do. And how to do, just create a prototype and start to iterate the machines. You can do it also with Anima. You have Bolt, V0, also now with Figma Make you can do it. So I go now to the other screen I did before and show you how I added the logic. Okay, perfect. I make all the changes I wanted to do. And basically, before I say that, I will show you the page that I generated before. But at the end, what I did is to create the page that we did together. So I will show you the prompt I used to make it work. Okay, I do it in that way, not live, because basically this technology is not very stable. It's not like I make a click, ask for something, and it's make what I wanted to do. Sometimes it has, let's say, not hallucinations, but it is not make exactly what I wanted to do, and I want to iterate. So in that case, I created everything, but I will show you the prompt so you'll able to understand the process I did. You can see here the first prompt I added to open the model on the task screen. For example, right now when I click on task, the model opens in separate page. That's not the behavior I want, and I explain how it should behave. And again, I didn't write it. I explained to the ChatGPT what I want that the behavior will be, and the chat created this explanation. I can write it by myself, but to be honest, to write it in that way very specifically, it will take me time. So I prefer to explain the chat translate what I want to do, and then I copy from chat, paste in Anima, and it's worked well. Look, one prompt that I added here and it solved the issue. The next prompt is the logic that apply to model for all the cards. So if I go below, you will see here, I had some bugs by the way here, so Anima fixed them. And let's go below, and as you can see, there's also the bug I had, but it's solved. And you can see here, please update the logic of the model so it's works dynamically for every task, not hard-coded like it's now. And I explained now, right now it's model open when I click on specific task, and what I want will happen. So I paste it here, and then Anima works and created it for me. The last thing is, please fix the focus mode page. Right now it doesn't match the design I imported from Figma file. Okay, it's not aligned with the layout, spacing, and structure I created there. So basically, I didn't add the file because the first time we imported from Anima, here on the flow, it's imported all the flow. Let me click on refresh, and then you can see here all the pages that we imported from Figma. So basically, Anima has in the brand all the screen we imported from Figma. So I don't need to add it again. Okay, I can add it from here, but basically I don't need to do it. And then everything's now work well. So if I go to preview and I click on focus mode, you can see that the focus mode it's exactly how I designed it. So basically, this is how you make vibe coding, vibe designing, vibe, everything is vibe now. To be honest, a part of the buzzword and that stuff, this is the way that I very recommended to you to start to work to build prototype, also product. In that case, I showed only prototype, but also we can connect it after that to database and make another things that are more interesting or more advanced, let's say. I don't know if interesting is the word here, but as you see, just take it a look and take the time to understand how this technology works. I gave here a lot of good information that will help you, that how you can write the prompt in chat and copy to Anima to explain what you want easily, and how you can create the design in UX Pilot. So it's the whole process to use AI in the whole process of the design. Just remember that it's important to tweak the screens by yourself so it will be more accurate and better. And that's the way you work on that. And that's all for this video, so I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. If you are looking for a product design to level up your business, or you're curious about bringing AI into your workflow, my contact info down in the description. Feel free to reach out anytime. And if you got value from this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I love to hear your thoughts or any questions you have got. See you in the next one. Take care.